everybody. This is Loria Bella from Single Moms Project, and I am here today with a friend of mine who's here from Chicago. She's also a single mom. Her name is Alejandra Rapone, and she was single mom before. Now she got married, and she was. Serial entrepreneur. Her background is accounting, but she had several businesses, and she started her own back in Colombia, and she had her own cafe, and now she has some properties as well where she rents out through Airbnb, and also she also has an Uber business, and when she's not traveling abroad or locally, domestically, I should say, in the United States, she's busy with those. So welcome, Alejandra. Hello.
Hi, Lori. Thank you for having me.
Okay, awesome. So, Alejandra, what I usually do is that, I ask some questions so that, we can inspire other single mothers so that they can start their own businesses. Because obviously, a lot of single mothers have lost their self-confidence, and probably they are not feeling financially free because, it's a lot of work to be handling a lot of responsibilities, and at the same time supporting your child. And in some countries as well, we have to note that there are no obligations for the men to support their wife, or their ex-wife. So that's the reason why we're doing this. So maybe you can tell us more about your background, Alejandra, and what made you start your own business.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to start as, referring to my mom because even though my mom wasn't single, but she didn't want to leave us. She just wanted to stay home, send us to school, cook our meals. She just wanted to be there. So how she started was she said a dressmaker, and how she started she taught herself how to make dresses with dolls. And back then was not YouTube, was nothing like that. So she read a lot and she practiced a lot. She took few training about, free training that maybe the government was giving. And then she started from there. Then she just bought a little, very simple sewing machine. And then she got few uh, material, and it's how she started, and then people start knowing her, and then she still does that. With that business that she started, she built our home because my dad lost the job. We had to move. She built our home. She took care of the entire family while my dad went through that transition of losing a business and in recovery from that. And so from there, I always want to have my own business. I always want to do something. Of course, I've been an employee as well, but I always think that when you have your own business, you put you put your time and your work, and you don't feel bad about it because it's all yours. And anything that you put into it is just coming back to you. With profit. So that's a great thing about having a business. And how I started my cafe was, I'm always a person who likes to save money. I never spend more than I can. So I had a job, and I had a good job, and I was living with my daughter in Orlando, Florida, with my cousin. So we were roommates. She had her kids, I have mine. So I have extra money to save because So after paying all my bills, and so I always put that money inside for saving. Never, just for emergency. I always said, you always had to have money for emergency. So when I went back to Colombia, one of my trips, I found out they were selling this business. And then I went and asked the price because it was more than what I was saving. So I I'm lucky because my family was totally supportive about it. So I asked my aunt. She said yes, she will loan me some money, and I asked my cousin. So both of them plus the money that I saved, uh, already had the cash because you were there. It's all about cash. So I had the cash to start that business. I negotiate with the guy. Of course, he start high, I start low, and then we met in the middle, right? How always business work. So, but then I have a second problem was my sister. And the main reason I want to get that business down there because my I want to get my sister out of her job. She was working in a factory, long hours, weekends, overnights, those kind of hard shifts. And I want her to get out of there. But then when I went and tell her, hey, let's start this business. And so she was really afraid. Like anybody, who's going to start a business, we're afraid because the money, because we don't have the knowledge, we don't have any experience. So I'm more adventurous. So I said, no, let's do it. Let's do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. So she was, no, I don't want to do it. And I have to have her because I knew I was coming back sooner or later to the United States. So I had to have her, that extra help. It was the only person that I really trust. So finally, after convince her, I said, so the deal was done, and we started from the bar. We had to make a change of the entire place because the place was known as a gay cafe. Now we had to do it is for everybody. So we started, with no knowledge. We had to, to turn around. It was not just for gay people; it's for everybody. Everybody can come, and everybody was welcome. So people were kind of skeptical, because and then we didn't know about how to prepare a coffee. We know how to make coffee at home, but we don't know how to make coffee for customers. How personalize the coffee, milk and coffee and this and all this stuff. So we had to start from the beginning, from the lower. We got some training. We did. As a matter of fact, today is 6 years. 6 years since we opened the cafe. So today is our anniversary. And then it's going great. My sister is the one who takes care of the business full time since I've been in the United States. So I go there. I go and do couple. People already know this is now my sister coffee. I'm making it because she knows every single person how they like their coffee. So anyway, but how I started. Excuse me. That's how I started it. But I was lucky, as I said, because I have the financial support. But let's see that some people don't have it. But I know there are some. Every single country has this. Um uh, how do you call this in English? Like micro lenders. They're these little companies, so they can help. They have less regulations, less requirements for you to learn the money, right? And so I think that would be a good option because, and the reason I know this is because I have a friend who she went to a training to, like nowadays it's a lot about recycling and environment friendly. So she went to this training about to doing these bags for the grocery store, like you have these little bags so people don't carry the bags for the bags. So she went to the training like it, and she learned how to make those things, and then she learned that, and she said, okay, I want to do it on my own, and it's how she started it. Then she went to, over there we have these corporations, it's a non-profit or whatever, and they loan money to people with lower interest. And it's how she got it. It wasn't a lot of money. So she got just, she got her sewing machine and she got all the material. And now she's doing her own business. Now she has two more girls who's helping her, and so her job is going to the stores and trying to sell this, and it she just started it, but she's doing it. So I think there's another way, before you don't have family to help you out with the money, go to those lenders, banks. The banks are a little bit tougher about it, but there are these places that they can help people when they start their business. And I think nowadays is with all this technology and all these apps and all the things that we have, I think it's easier get jobs working from home, or manage your own time. Like, you can, for example, like you refer Airbnb. How I started my Airbnb after my coffee, so my coffee was running there. Coffee was not giving me money to live here, but then I saw, oh, I heard about the Airbnb. So what I did, I rent a apartment, and of course, I didn't tell my landlord what I was going to do. So I got the apartment, I furniture, and then I put it in Airbnb. So so it's good business, and I don't have to be there all the time. I don't have to, I just make sure that I go and clean from 12 to 3. People check out at 12, they come in at 3. There's my job, giving the instructions, book, to the people, doing the hosting thing, and whatever they need. So of course they can call me. Here I am. So that's Airbnb, and so you have like a basement, fix it. You have a bedroom. Even people bedrooms. I know people, they have just a bedroom, and it's why they put an Airbnb. And there are people, with low budget. They don't have a lot of money. They come into, and so you're willing to share your room, Airbnb. And with Airbnb, is it really good, or all these companies, because usually it's nice. I have been doing Airbnb for 5 years, and I haven't had one issue. Usually people are very nice. So, and plus the Airbnb back you up, if anything happens, that. And hopefully I don't have to use them, but it has happened. I have heard. So, but Airbnb always help the host. And and so there is Airbnb, there's Flipkey. There's a lot of stuff there that you can do now. Uber, I'm doing Uber because I have a vacation coming, I want extra cash. So it's like, okay, and Airbnb in this time of year, because it's winter in Chicago, it's kind of slow. So like, okay, so I start doing Uber, and I like it. I have my car, it's there anyway. If I have free time, I just turn the app and I just go and do it. So there's Uber, there's Lyft, there's anything that, and it costs you because it's nothing that you already have your car, so why not to use it for to make money. So, and now we had dog walkers. I was telling you the other day, this dog, I have a dog, and if so there's this app with dog walkers. And even if you don't want to go through the app, you can have your own dog walker company, which it costs you nothing. Just get your business cards and do that. Just start giving business cards to people. There are people out there who needs of course, all depends where you are, but I know here in United States, people work all the time and they need someone who walk the dogs. And there's the dog walker. There's the cleaning service too. I know there is one that I have used, and every time if you need a clean, like for my rentals, if I'm out of town, and I have done it through cleaning service. There's a person who just go into the app, and he says, "Oh, I need okay, somebody needs a cleaning service," and then they sign up, and the people come over here and do it. So there's a lot of options out there. And now, like I said, now with this technology, with these apps, you don't even need money to start your own business. You just can do it. Now it's you, and the beauty about this is because you can do it at your own time. Like if you can send your kids to school, and then while they're in school, you can be working, and then you can go pick them up from school, cook, and do whatever you need, and that, and you're still there for your kids. I think having your own business is the when you are a single mother, being with your kids is a very, very important. So, and I think it's when I was younger, I didn't think about it, but now I appreciate it. My mom did that because she was there all the time with us. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. So, maybe you can tell us, is there any particular requirement from Airbnb or Uber for you? You know, do you have to submit certain, paperwork for them so that, for those people who are not aware, maybe you can tell us, is there anything that, they're doing in order to regulate who are they working with?
Yeah, well, both companies they check your background. And of course, with Uber, I guess they don't want for you to have any records in your driver license. And for Airbnb is pretty simple. Oh well, the Uber they do check your car. You know, they wanted 2007 and newer cars. You know, your tires had to be good. You know, they give you points in your tires and in the tire car. So you had to pass the inspection to become an Uber. And your driving license had to be clean. And it's it. And it's very simple. Have a phone so you can download the app. And with Airbnb, just there no requirements. You just they check you, you know, they verify you that you are the person that you say that you are, and it's it. You put your Airbnb. You know, the main thing about Airbnb is to keep your place clean because reviews. It's all about reviews. So your place is not the cleanest place. Of course, people are gonna complain. I'm telling you, they're harsh when they're time to come to reviews. So, and it's it, and it's very simple and very easy. It's another other job that that I'm thinking about doing is that a lot of hosts who are not in town and they have their place here. So I'm offering my service to become their host while they're away, you know, for their Airbnbs. So that's what I'm trying to do now. And trying, I don't care about doing the cleaning in checking in the customer, the guest, and do whatever I have. So that's what I'm offering now, being a host, helping a host when they're away.
You're really a serial entrepreneur. You're thinking ahead. So, you're talking about your coffee shop a while ago. So, can you tell us what did you do to market your coffee shop? Because obviously, you have turned it around from a gay coffee shop to a coffee shop for everybody. Did you have to do some advertising or something like that?
No, because it wasn't a really busy street where there are a lot of coffee shops, and then they start seeing, okay, now they change owners. Now there are two sisters working, and yeah, we did the business cards, and we went to few places around where we knew that were a lot of offices, and give you know the cards, the business cards, and it was it. So it went from one person telling the other one, and my sister became really good about making these fancy coffee drinks, so people love it, and then that's how it started.
Okay. So, do you also need help? Because your sister is doing the coffee, do you also have additional assistants in order to help your
Oh yes,
sister do the?
yeah. We had two employees. Now we started with one. Now we have two. I would love to the place. We could have bought the other one next to it, and I was so eager to buy it. But my sister is the one who's just she's like, I don't know, maybe we should just keep it the way that it is. So no, but I was ready to get the second because they opened a new coffee shop. There was an office before there, and then the office closed, and I said, this is the perfect place to expand the coffee shop. But she didn't want to do it. But now it's a coffee shop there. Still everybody's making money. But yes, and so we had two employees.
So, can you tell us? Do you have some tips for single mothers who are juggling, like doing their business and at the same time taking care of their children at the same time?
What do you mean? Like it?
Like tips for single mothers, because like obviously it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, yes, and that's the thing when you have your own business. It's a lot of work, but it's the same like when you go into work and it's for somebody else. You have to get up really early, take care of your kids, send them to school, then go and commute wherever you have to go and be there for this, and so it's but with the difference that when you're doing your own business, it's all for you, and so it gives you more motivation. That's it. So I think doing their own business is totally worth it because and having the time for the kids, is very, very, very important, as I
Yeah.
said.
Hmm. And though, do you have any other plans for additional business? Because I know you have a lot already.
I have what?
You have already a lot of business. Do you have any other ideas in mind?
No, no, I have no. Besides being doing the hosting thing, no, I have nothing yet coming up. But I do want to do something. Because I graduated my accounting with my degree. I do want to go to the workforce again and learn how to do, because whatever you learn in school is it. But when you go to real life is what it counts, right? So I'm thinking about maybe go do a voluntary job in a nonprofit or something and learn hands on something like, I don't know, maybe accounts receivable, accounts payable, and then I can maybe later on working from home. I like to work from home because it just gives me free my I can manage my time. I can go and travel and I do my things, and so that's probably an option. I'm thinking about going to get more experience about accounting so I can maybe start something from home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea because, like, obviously, there are some trainings over there. You just have to take advantage of it, and you don't even have to pay for training. You just have to volunteer, as you were saying. Then you learn something and you can apply it because, like, obviously, that's another way in order for you not to spend money. Because a lot of people they say like, oh, okay, I don't have any knowledge at all, and then once you go in training and you don't even have to pay for it, then you can apply something from that. That's a good idea,
Right.
actually.
Right, because people want experience, and it doesn't matter you have a degree, they want the experience, right? So I think you go, it will cost you, you have the time. Of course, a lot of people don't have the time, but if you have the time to go volunteer, it will help you. It will build your resume, and then people are looking for that, for those, how many, what you have done, and then now you can say what I have done. It will cost you nothing, like you said, because it's free work, and so you exchange your, whatever you can provide to to help them, and you get that knowledge from them.
Yeah. So before we go, can you tell us, in your own words in Spanish, for those people who are Spanish speaking, maybe you can give some ideas to them, like what they can do in order to change their life and the life of their children.
In Spanish.
Yeah, why not?
Ok, pues yo pienso que lo primero que hay que hacer es dejar el miedo. Just don't be afraid, because when you are afraid, that holds you back. Y siempre hay nosotros siempre decimos, y si no podemos, y si nos sale mal, si le salen las cosas mal, pues empiezas de nuevo. Eso yo pienso que, como decía con mi hermana, que ella tenía miedo, ella tenía mucho miedo, pero ella me decía, y si no podemos, y si no soy capaz, no importa, sino, pues entonces volvemos y empezamos con otra cosa. Yo creo que el miedo a caer es el que no nos deja muchas veces. Y entonces ese es el tip número uno. ¿Cómo se dice tip? Como que el consejo número uno, que no te dé miedo. Hay que ser aventurero. I said just the number tip, you can't be afraid. You have to be adventurous. Don't think about if you have. Sometimes we fail, but we have to start over. I have before.
Yeah, you never fail. You just keep on standing. Okay, you never give
Right, you
up.
just have to do it. Oh, this one didn't work for me, so I'll go to the next one.
There you go. That's the spirit. And thank you so much for your time,
Thank
Alejandra.
you,
I
Lori.
appreciate your time. You take care and enjoy the rest of your day. There you have it, folks. Miss Alejandra. Yay!
You too, Lori. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.